Hey there, cartoon lovers. Welcome back to Toons Time. Today, we've got a treat for you. A journey into the zany world of the Cramp Twins. And hey, stick around because we're covering this show from start to end, unraveling its quirks and charms. But before we dive into the chaotic adventures of Lucien and Wayne, let's set the stage and spice things up a bit. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss the excitement. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming.
He cursed me for 100 years and a day.
This animated gem skyrocketed in popularity with kids, and no wonder, it's got that special Cramp Twins magic. Season 1 wrapped up on June 21st, 2002. But the adventure didn't stop there. A second season graced our screens in autumn 2003, followed by Season 3 in 2004, and Season 4 in 2006. It was a wild ride, and we loved every minute of it. Our story unfolds in the quirky town of Soap City, where cleanliness clashes with chaos, and the Cramp household is the epicenter of the mayhem. Lucien and Wayne, living with their hygiene-obsessed mother and Western-obsessed father, find themselves in a perpetual battle of wills. Despite sharing a roof, these brothers couldn't be more different. Lucien, the well-mannered and thoughtful twin, navigates the challenges of childhood with his friends Tony Parsons and the dynamic duo Mari and Luke Harrison. On the flip side, Wayne, accompanied by his messy comrade Dirty Joe, dives headfirst into the chaos that life in Soap City throws their way. Love is in the air as Wayne deals with the persistent crush of Wendy Winkle, who remains undeterred despite his less than enthusiastic response. Meanwhile, Miss Hillary Hissey stands as a formidable foe, making every day a new adventure and a new challenge for the Cramp Twins. Welcome back, folks. We've set the stage, explored the background of the Cramp Twins, and given you a glimpse into the show's popularity. Now, let's dive deep into the heart of the series as we recap each episode, reliving the quirky adventures of the Cramp Twins. Buckle up, it's about to get interesting. In the first episode, Walk Like a Man, we peek into the Cramp family's dinner. Lucien and Wayne's parents enjoy a meaty dinner. Lucien likes veggies, and Wayne goes for muffins, each with their own taste. Things get funny when Lucien, annoyed with Wayne, decides to play a prank. While Wayne is sleeping, Lucien draws a mustache on his face and puts some hair under his armpits, gathered from the bathroom drain. Instead of getting upset, Wayne finds it hilarious and embraces his new grown man look. As we look back at this episode, we see the humor in Lucien and Wayne's relationship, setting the tone for more funny moments ahead.
And my daddy bought me my first pair of man's briefs.
Ready for the next adventure with the Cramp family? In Ice Cream, the Cramp neighborhood faces a peculiar problem every time the ice cream man, Marco, makes his rounds. Wayne, riding around on his bike, enjoys frightening children and stealing their ice creams, much to the frustration of Tony and Lucien. Determined to put an end to Wayne's antics, Tony comes up with a clever plan. To teach Wayne a lesson, Tony concocts a spooky tale about the ghost of Johnny No Teeth, who was known for stealing ice creams. To add credibility to the story, Tony shows all the kids' teeth growing in the ground, claiming they belong to the ghost. The plan works too well, as the kids become too frightened to venture outside, causing Marco, the ice cream man, to give up on the neighborhood. Realizing they've gone too far, Lucien steps in to address the situation. However, it's Wendy who uncovers the truth about the teeth in the ground. They're actually radishes. Armed with this revelation, Wendy brings a radish to show and tell, dispelling the fear and bringing the kids back to the streets. The ice cream man returns, but to everyone's surprise, it's not Marco. It's an imposter with no teeth. In Grandma's Piano, the Cramp household experiences a visit from Mrs. Cramp's mother, who brings along a baby grand piano. Her intention is to discover if her grandchildren possess any hint of talent or culture. However, the visit takes an unexpected turn as Grandma proves to be thoroughly unpleasant, complaining about everything and showing disdain to everyone, including Mrs. Cramp. Mrs. Cramp, eager to please her mother, faces the challenge of dealing with Grandma's dissatisfaction. Complicating matters, Grandma mistakes Tony Parsons for her son-in-law, prompting Mrs. Cramp to introduce her husband as the piano teacher during a dinner encounter. As tensions escalate, Lucien attempts to play Brahms' Lullaby on the piano, but Grandma finds his rendition unbearable. However, the situation takes a humorous twist when Wayne, in an attempt to drive Grandma away, throws Tony into the piano and starts banging on it. Surprisingly, Grandma revels in the chaotic music, and decides to extend her visit indefinitely, much to everyone's horror. In The Great Luciani, Wayne's aspirations take a magical turn when he acquires a magic set with the ambitious goal of making people vanish at his command. However, disappointment sets in when the magic tricks fail to produce the desired effect. In an attempt to salvage the situation, Mr. and Mrs. Cramp enlist Lucien to help Wayne decipher the instructions. As Lucien lends a hand, Wayne seizes the opportunity to manipulate his brother. He convinces Lucien to perform a magic show and make him disappear. Lucien reluctantly agrees, but the situation takes an unexpected turn when Wayne vanishes, and Lucien struggles to bring him back. Furious with Lucien, Mr. and Mrs. Cramp express their disappointment, and Lucien faces trouble at school as well. Undeterred, Lucien insists on finding a logical solution and embarks on a journey to the dump to locate Wayne and bring him back home. In Wholesome, Mrs. Cramp is struck by one of her periodic bouts of the cleanies. She has developed a potent new cleanser and is determined to put it to a clinical trial. Unfortunately, the nearest subjects available are none other than Mr. Cramp, Wayne, and Lucien, each having endured burns, rashes, and blisters from Mrs. Cramp's previous concoctions. It becomes a survival game as every Cramp man tries desperately to escape Mrs. Cramp's experimental clutches. As the Cramp men navigate the hazardous situation, they find themselves in a comedic struggle to avoid becoming unwitting guinea pigs for Mrs. Cramp's latest cleaning invention. The household turns into a battlefield, with each male member attempting to outwit and outrun Mrs. Cramp in the throes of the cleanies.
Yes, Lucien. It made a nice, clean hole. I must be working in the right direction.
In Weepy Wayne, Wayne's tough exterior crumbles when his action movie hero is forced to part with his beloved motorbike and ride tough. A tear glistens in Wayne's eye, witnessed by Lucien and Tony.
Are you crying?
Despite the emotional display, Wayne vehemently denies shedding a tear, but his denial is heard a bit too loudly, catching the attention of the girls in the row in front of him. The next day, a rumor spreads like wildfire throughout the entire school, portraying Wayne as a crier. Defensive and determined to prove otherwise, Wayne challenges any kid in the school to make him cry. Miss Hissy takes an interest in Wayne's teardrop challenge and lends her support, but despite their efforts, nothing seems to break Wayne's resolve. That is until Lucien comes up with a clever solution. He suggests taking Wayne to see the sequel to the original movie, Ride Tough 2. Will the sequel's emotional twists finally bring tears to Wayne's eyes? In First Crusher, excitement fills the air as Opapi's carnival arrives in town, bringing with it the opportunity for fame and prize money. Wayne, driven by the prospect of cash, decides to become a wrestler and face off against Crusher Calhoun, lured by the prize money for anyone who can endure the ring with him. In his pursuit of wrestling glory, Wayne turns to Dirty Joe for guidance, who teaches him a special move. Wayne practices his new skills on his unsuspecting father, reducing him to tears. Meanwhile, Lucien is appalled by the carnival's freak show, and Tony claims Opapi attempted to kidnap him the previous year. Lucien, skeptical but curious, sets out to expose Opapi's secrets. As Lucien investigates, he uncovers a surprising revelation. The masked wrestler Crusher Calhoun is a lady. Wayne, unaware of this fact, bravely enters the ring only to be defeated. Learning the truth from Lucien, Wayne finds himself in a whirlwind of emotion. Determined to make amends, Wayne waits in Crusher's trailer, attempting to challenge her again but ending up with a worse beating than before. Opapi, realizing the mistake, comes to apologize to the bedridden Wayne. It turns out Crusher is Opapi's wife. Wayne, seeking redemption, asks for the prize money, only to discover it's a mere $5, not the anticipated $500. Opapi, however, offers Wayne a unique opportunity if he brings him the tiny kid. In Mommy Boy, the dynamics in the Cramp household undergo a shift as Mrs. Cramp secures a job from Agent X. With Mrs. Cramp now occupied with her new employment, Lucien steps up to the plate, taking on the responsibility of caring for the house in her absence. As the new caretaker of the household, Lucien navigates the challenges of maintaining order and ensuring everything runs smoothly. The episode explores the comedic and heartwarming moments that arise as Lucien embraces his role and manages the day-to-day affairs of the Cramp family. In Grandma Dearest, the Cramp Twins embark on a visit to their grandmother's house, expecting a typical family gathering. However, little do they know that they are unwittingly walking into a peculiar situation. Grandma has a surprising plan up her sleeve, and the twins find themselves unknowingly enlisted as wolf bait. In Get Greedy, Wayne Cramp devises a cunning plan to boost the family income. Seeking to increase his father's assertiveness and, in turn, his earning potential, Wayne takes on the task of training his dad to be more assertive in the workplace. All right, cartoon enthusiasts, that wraps up our journey through the hilarious escapades of the Cramp Twins. If you enjoyed reliving the misadventures of Lucien and Wayne, don't forget to hit that like button and share your favorite moments in the comments below. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. We've got a lot more cartoon recaps lined up, and you won't want to miss the fun. Thank you for joining us on this animated adventure. Until next time, stay animated and keep the laughter rolling. This is Toons Time signing off.